What's up, everybody? We're here with Reinventing the Tattoo. I am Ricardo Sertivant, and I'm covering for Jason Leeser today. Um, and sorry, we're running a little behind. We had some technical issues, and I'm just happy to be here. I got Kyle helping me with the behind-the-scenes stuff today. What's up, Kyle?
Nothing much.
Cool, man. How have you been?
Not too bad. How about you, man?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I've been doing a lot of things lately. Made a pretty big move. I shut down my private studio, and I'm working with some really good friends of mine. I'll be here at Artcore Tattoo from here on out, for the future, this foreseeable future, as they say, right?
Yeah, I heard you talking about that. How'd it go?
Yeah, really good, man. The transition's been pretty easy. My buddy Steve's been helping me move some stuff from the other place. I got my tool chest and stuff in here now. I got a space figured out in the shop. It's a packed house, but it's awesome. Everybody's here has been really cool, and it's pretty easy transition so far. So I'm pretty stoked about it.
Nice.
I can show everybody around too. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, show it off.
Yeah, let's see. Let's turn the camera around here. There's Mr. McClintock right there as we speak. That's my buddy Steve. Yeah, what's up? Say hi, Steve.
What up, everybody? What up?
Yep. You can see there's a ton of art and stuff in here. That's really great to be around such cool designs and stuff like that. Like, look up and be inspired all the time. There's some originals here that are pretty awesome. We'll go through some of those here in a second. Really cool stained glass piece. Here's a painting I did for him a while back. These old school coil machines, if anybody knows what those are anymore. That's an oil painting. Let's see. Front door, little lobby area. It's pretty rocking. Got a client in here that Steve will be working on today. We got some really cool stuff in here, man. Let's see here. There's a few stations. I think there's going to be like 6 or 7 of us total. Here's another painting that I did for him a while back too. I think this one's from 2012, and I believe the other one is from the year before, 2010 or 2011. Both oil paintings. That one, we were just talking about this one this morning, how I want to get back into it, but he's not sure if he wants to let me get back into it or not. He says he likes it kind of unfinished looking. Yeah, tons of Iron Maiden boards. This is one of my favorite walls here, all these old skateboards. Really digging that. Yeah, this is it, man. Pretty big open space. Lots of artwork. The other day we had, I think, almost everybody in here working at the same time, and it was a packed house, and it was cool. Like, just seeing everybody creating work, creating tattoos, hanging out with their clients and stuff.
Awesome.
Rad. Yeah, man. Thanks, dude. And this is my station here. I haven't gotten all my other things from the other shop yet, but we're working over here in the corner, and it's awesome. My toolbox fit perfectly. So it's really cool. So it's cool to be able to like see everybody. I'm in the corner where I can get a good view from my position to see what everybody's working on. The coolest part so far has been like everybody doing their tattoos and then send it over so you can see it when it's done, you know?
Right.
It's pretty good. Yeah. But other than that, man, everything's been going pretty groovy. Like I said, Jason asked me to fill in for him today, so we're just here hanging out. This is the first broadcast from this shop, and we'll keep them coming. So I'm working on tomorrow night's homework right now. Did you get any further on yours?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my camera set up so I can show it off, but I got, for the most part, there with it.
Nice, dude. I'm trying to like add a little bit more contrast in mine right now. I think one of my struggles lately has been, and seeing more artwork and stuff like that, seeing more tattoos in person has definitely been the contrast issue for me. Making it a little more saturated, you know, like a little bit more impact when you first see the whole thing, where it needs it, of course. You know what I mean? Like, you want to focus on highlights and focal points and things like that. So
Right.
let me show you mine real quick. We're live, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me get mine going here real fast. Yeah, I don't understand why I'm not getting that other link, or else I put a bird's eye view up too, but there you go.
Nice. I
Yeah,
like that.
really. Thanks, man. So I've been focusing on what guys have been talking about, which is using that warm lighting to kind of highlight things. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to focus on that, hitting the form, and kind of like making sure I've been going through, like I said, really going in and adding more volume to these colors and things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely making a larger impact on it for sure. You know what I mean? Like it's a little more visually striking. It's not so soft or pastel looking.
Right.
And I'm gonna go through and add these little flares and stuff like this on there, which wouldn't. I mean, I guess if you tattooed it right, it would, with the right foundation, it would sand pretty well over test time. But this is just a piece of art, so. But I think I'm, you know, for a long time now, since I've been on the Reinventing, I've been focusing on just doing a good drawing or making it like a good painting or something like that. But I think I'm gonna start trying to implement more tattoo rolls into it too, you know. So that way we can start turning some of these into some actual tattoos, which is fun. I've already done a couple of them from the Monday night exercises and stuff, man. It's been great.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. That's mine so far. You know what? You can hear me pretty well with these headphones on?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good deal. Yeah, whenever you get your camera set up, let us know so we can check out yours too.
Yeah, give me one moment.
So, you know, I was talking about this last week, I think, or the last couple of weeks about moving over here and stuff like that. And I had been talking about my feelings behind it and stuff like that, and like why I was kind of doing what I was doing, and how I was ready for a change. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, look at that. Let's check that out real quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, killer, man. That's awesome. Are you going to be working on a little bit more of the translucency, like with the eyeball on the greens and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm struggling a bit with that, trying to figure it all out. And then I know he was talking about, having like the different colored light source kind of play an effect to all of it. So I've been trying to push some reds into it without, completely drowning it out.
Right. Well, the cool thing is like right now so what's happening is I see a lot of like white highlight around the perimeter that's making the shape of it. I think some of those areas could use some of that red in it too. You know what I mean? Where like the light's being cast across that plane.
Right.
Like over here to the left where that little, the tear duct would be, you know what I mean? There's that little white highlight right there. I think if you start another layer and went in with like a softer brush and just kind of like started skimming over the top surface of it, that would like help out with that, what you're talking about, adding that reddish
You mean
kind of tone.
like right over here-ish?
Yeah, down just a little bit more. Right there, yeah. So like the lip of the eye. You know what I mean? So like you want to kind of cast there. It's like I'll show you mine real quick too. It's like so you can see where I have this like weird greenish kind of yellow color making all those highlights.
Yeah.
You see here where like it hits this rounder part of that like duct or the eyelid.
Right.
And then I got some reds and stuff like that to kind of help separate it. But you can still see that color, like even here, like where it hits that the higher rounded part of the eyelid, and even on this part, like where it covers up that portion of the back of the eyelid too. Here on the forehead area.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, and then so then you can see how these other colors like kind of are a little bit softer muted. And then this is a higher contrast because I put more blacks and stuff like tighter blacks and things like that, and those really intense, rich reds and stuff like that around it. So it just brings it more into focus. Right now, yours is awesome, but I think you have like a lot of things in focus on it too. I think over here by the left tear duct, if you added some of those reds and stuff like that, like brush it over, it would help with that, like the point of direction of the light. I think I like it a lot, man. The textures are awesome in it, dude. Textures are radical in it. It's definitely one of the things I've been struggling with, and I've been trying to address those on my own. Is like practicing a little bit more with textures. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So you're nailing it, dude. It looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of these times I get lost in the making a super cool piece of work that I forget sometimes about like the details of the assignment.
Yes, dude. Me too. Big time. Big time, man. And it's funny too. Whenever a guy's talking, he's like, "Okay, so it looks great, but let's focus on some of the homework here."
I've gotten that so many times doing some personal exercises with him. He's like, it's a cool drawing, but it doesn't really fit the assignment. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yep. Yep. It's daunting, you know what I mean? Because you're trying not to make it look stupid, you know what I mean? And I know for me, I'm trying to be like, okay, does it look cool? Does it look cool? Is the idea a neat concept? You know what I mean? And yeah, it's hard to focus on a lot of those like little minor steps that you have to take in consideration for it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And it's easy to get lost in like just like the detail and stuff too. Like looking at it up close. I always try to work at least like half arm's length or arm's length away from the object or the media, you know. It helps me out quite a bit to be able to like take it all in. Yeah, no, so yeah, like I was saying a little bit ago, man, I talked a little bit about the things that I found that I was needing. And I think with being introduced to the reinventing the tattoo crew, man, it's been awesome because like I've been experiencing much more things and meeting people and stuff like that, and learning more about myself in the process too, and my artwork too. Like especially being vulnerable enough to like open up to that critique and stuff, you know, that's been monumental. So coming over here has already been proving that to be true. You know, like it's been great. Like first of all, I've known these guys forever. They were working at a different shop for a little while, and they all felt the same way, where they were wanting a little bit more art driven kind of business instead of just like a monetary value kind of business, you know. So they left their environment from before and they started their own little thing over here again and their own tattoo shop. And it's been awesome to be surrounded by the same kind of like-minded things. Yeah, and it's been really good so far.
Yeah, I definitely commend that though. It's not easy to just kind of stop what you're doing to, go for something completely different kind of.
Yeah, no, I mean you're in the process as well, you
Yeah.
know, and it's radical. How's that experience going for you, man?
It's been all right. I've got like another month to go. So I've done a lot of like the preliminary packing and getting stuff ready. It's more so a waiting game at this point.
Okay, okay. Now, are you doing a lot of that by yourself, or do you have friends that are helping you out?
Most of it by myself, just because when I get there, I have to do it by myself anyway. So
Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was the same way. I had moved into the apartment that I'm in now about a year ago, and actually it was a year ago in March. And I did the same thing, man. I had like a couple friends offer to help and stuff like that, and I was like, nope, I'm doing it all by myself. I feel like for some reason, there's just something telling me just do it by yourself, man. You know,
yeah,
it's been awesome. So kudos to you, man. Kudos to you.
thank you.
Mm.
Yeah, my biggest worry with it is just traveling with the lizard. Because I'm
Oh
like, all right,
yeah.
how do I plan this out so I can make sure he's still okay?
Oh, what kind of lizard do you have?
I got a bearded dragon. He's almost a year old now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he getting big pretty fast, or does it take a little while for that to happen?
The lady at the pet store told me he'd get super big, super fast, but so far he's still fitting all right in the tank.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 40-gallon for him, and then I'm gonna build like a custom one once I get out there to Ohio.
Nice, dude. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Now, what part of Ohio was it that you said you're moving to again?
Columbus.
Columbus. Okay. That's awesome, dude. I've heard a lot of good things, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Music not too loud, right?
No, you're good.
Good, good. Yeah, we were jamming out earlier, and I was like, I think we might have to turn this down a little bit. And it's got to be royalty free because we don't want to make all these other streaming services too upset with what we're doing, which is just
Right.
rocking out in the free world, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why
And we
would
got
we
Ali
punish
joining us as well.
Allie,
Hey
good
guys,
morning
What's
or good
up?
afternoon. How are you? Oh, wow.
doing well. How about yourself?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see what we're looking at.
So I just caught your conversation about adding some of those warm highlights,
Uh-huh.
and I think I need to hit that up here.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
think
yeah,
that would help out a lot. Yeah.
open to
Could
any
you
other
turn
critique.
could you turn your camera to the side?
Oh, hold on here.
Other way. There
There
you
There
go.
we go.
Perfect. There you go. All right, let's see if we can get that on screen. Could you pin her, Kyle?
Yes.
Thank you. There we go. Okay, look at that. Yeah, that looks awesome. Yeah, I think it looks great. I think you definitely could use some of those warm highlights on that upper ledge too. And I think, yep, you got it. And I think maybe add some more contrast behind it too, if that makes any sense. Almost to the, if you can use your pen to point at that top ridge. Yeah, so behind the, yep, exactly. So like, I think if you were to add a little bit more of that, like add another layer and add some more like blacks to it behind it, it'll make it stand out that much more once you start adding those warm highlights to it too. Yeah.
Awesome.
I really like it. Yeah. And then you see underneath the lip of the eye too, like that actually goes on the eyeball up towards the top.
Like right here?
Right there and to the right. Yep. Okay. So when you follow that curve, you have that like muted orange or something like that in there at the top of the ledge.
Yeah.
Up a little bit high right there. Yep. The cast shadow. I think if you were to take that cast shadow and curve it down just a little bit more towards that bottom lip of the eyeball.
Okay.
So it goes kind of straight across here. Like if you were to go more, a little bit more of an angle on it, like a curve, that would make that eyeball stand out that much more as far as it looking rounder, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I think, yeah, from the highlight down to move your pen down a little bit more. Right there. So from the highlighted area, we're next to the iris, and then down, like curve it down there. Yep, that would be perfect.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome though.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. So how's it going out where you're at today?
It is bright and sunny, blue skies. Beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, we finally have some sun here. It's been raining nonstop, dude. Been kind of raining nonstop here. I know, tell me about it. So I'm pretty stoked about it too. It just makes everything that much better, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. Bright sunshine is my kind of day.
Yeah, tell me about it, dude. I agree completely. So are you working in the shop out there, Ellie?
Yeah, I've got a private studio.
Okay.
It's just me at the moment. I do have another artist coming in probably in June or July.
Okay.
But today we are at home enjoying the outdoors.
Nice. Yeah, killer. Killer, man. So how long have you had your own private studio?
Let's see. April will be 11 years here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you had other artists working with you during that time period, or has it just mostly been you?
For a majority of the time, it's just been me.
Okay.
About 3 years ago, I picked somebody up and really enjoyed working with her, another female artist. She's young in the industry, but very talented, a lot of potential.
Awesome. Yeah.
So just got her on board and kind of tried to guide her a little bit, you know. And she's on a personal leave right now, but she'll be back.
Okay. Oh, killer. Yeah, some breaks and stuff like that are pretty good from time to time, aren't they?
Yeah, true story.
Yeah. Yeah, we all need them. Yeah, kind of refresh the batteries and stuff like that, you know.
And at the same time, I like the camaraderie with other people in the studio. You know, I don't have a walk-in shop. It's all by appointment. So sometimes I miss that camaraderie.
Yeah, I was just talking about that. I don't know if you caught it or not, but I walked around the new shop that I'm in right now, and that's exactly what I was commenting on. Is like it's awesome to have that now, or awesome to have it again. You know.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's great. It's been awesome. I can't compliment it enough. You know, I can't say enough good things about it. It's already been motivating and inspiring too, like seeing all the other tattoos, like so many different styles here. We have a few traditional artists. We have a really fine line black and gray, a Japanese tattoo artist, or that does Japanese tattooing. And another guy that's pretty versatile and does a lot of everything. Yeah, it's rad. It's rad to see all the different stuff.
That's so cool. I'm so happy for you, Ricardo.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Right now I'm having some problems with my iris too. I think I need to change it up a little bit. I think I need to add a little bit of highlights to it here. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, so what made you want to go to a private studio, if you don't mind me asking?
Let's see. When I first moved to Alabama, I was working with somebody who was kind of crazy. You know, we all know those people. This one ended up getting arrested for some pretty heavy stuff.
Oof.
And after that all went down, I was kind of done with other people for a while. And so he was the owner of the studio. So when that closed, actually just before that closed, I separated out and opened the studio that I have now.
Nice. What's the name of your shop?
Living Water Art Studio.
Nice. That's a cool name.
Thanks.
Yeah, Jason had messaged me a little while ago, about 2 days ago, and asked me if I could cover for him today. So I'm pretty excited to be here on Sunday. Normally, I don't do too much on Sundays. I'm usually just kind of like taking care of errands and stuff like that. I don't know about you guys, but it's normally when I take care of all my have to do stuff that I put off for a while.
Yep. Okay, Ricardo, I'm gonna head to this part of the eye here.
Yes.
And what you were saying, if I follow you correctly, is this section here is very straight.
No, it's not that. It's not the black part of it. So take your pen and go to your highlight.
Yep.
Go a little bit more to the left, like towards the center of where the iris is at. Okay, so the edge of that highlight there. So now what you want to do is almost make kind of like a C-ish kind of curve, an upside down C-ish curve from that point over towards the edge of the eyeball.
Okay, so like this way.
Yes, exactly. So here, let me draw something real quick, real fast. So here's the thing. I'll draw yours real quick. Okay. Okay, let me show you real fast. Kyle, could you take it off the pen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. So this area right here, yeah. So yeah, that's got to curve a little bit more and have a little bit more like drag or softness off of that curve too. But this area right here is like let's see. That area right there definitely needs a curve to give it that roundish kind of shape, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah. You got to think of a sphere. You know, whenever we're doing those like spherical drawings and stuff like that and trying to show where the light source is coming from, it's the same thing. So you pick, yeah, so there has to be that curvature to the sphere.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Let's tinker with that and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much some of the ways that I do it too. So So right now you have your light source coming from this direction. It sounds like we got some people coming in today. Got some deliveries. Ding dong.
Christmas.
Yeah, I know, right? Tell me about it. Except for we pay for it now. Man, dude, Christmas is so much different now that we're adults, isn't it?
Very.
So much, dude. It's like, oh, I used to remember like just waking up and be like so stoked, dude, so excited and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I still like it, but man, oh man, dude. Was it so cool to just wake up and not know what's really gonna happen that day?
I don't know. I've still got young kids, so I think there's still a magic to it for me right now.
Oh yeah, it's rad.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
a
it's definitely
13-year-old and a 6-year-old, so they both,
okay.
just beaming on Christmas morning, and that just makes my heart happy.
That's radical.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good way to look at it because my kids are 21 and 22 now. You know what I mean? So it's pretty much
Okay.
like, so you guys want some like money or something like that or what?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, here's an envelope full of like, a couple gift cards and gas cards. Merry Christmas. Yeah, there you go. It's looking better already.
Like that. Kind of
Yeah,
that.
you definitely, yes, exactly. You want it to be, yep. And then, yep. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you keep playing with that cast shadow and you'll start to get more volume out of that sphere,
Okay.
I don't know how loud the music is to you guys, but it's pretty funny.
Sounds like some good workout music or something.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That would be royalty free, so I'm getting in trouble or anything. That's been another cool thing about working here again too, is that the music. It's like you don't make any requests. You just kind of go with whatever is playing in the background. And I've been finding some fun bands again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
It's
definitely a
mostly,
good way to find some new stuff.
yeah, and then mostly in the private studio for myself, I was playing like I found myself like struggling to find new music to listen to, or just listening to what the client wants to listen to. And sometimes the music they want to listen to isn't exactly my cup of tea,
Yeah. Yeah, my
Pretty
music
random
taste
day.
is my music
Go
taste
ahead.
is so different from everyone else that it's like, all right, I understand that no one wants to listen to it, so I'm used to it.
What kind of music do you usually get into? Like some death metal and stuff like that?
Yeah, some like deathcore, hardcore stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. I think I saw that you were playing guitar on one of your Instagram posts. And it was it Black Dahlia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like those guys too, man.
Oh, dude, they're so great. Love them.
Yeah. I almost caught them live, but
Oh,
I didn't
really?
ended up not. Yeah, I ended up not making it to that show, but I wish I would have because it probably would have been a great time.
Yeah, I bet. I saw what was it? Die Art is Murder, and I think Attila was there as well. Like before COVID and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the last big concert I went to.
Okay. Oh yeah, man, quarantine, jeez, dude. I went to a local show a few weeks back, actually like 2 months back, and they were requiring everybody to show their cards showing that they got the shot and everything like that. And it's a little different now, so I'm pretty happy about it. A little more
Yeah.
open again. Starting to feel a
I
little bit
actually went to one
somewhat
last
more
night.
normal. Did you?
Yeah.
Nice, man. What'd you get? What'd you catch?
It was a local show, so lots of local bands. It was like an hour away out in the valley, but I like to go show up and check out the stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, one of the guys here said that they just caught one of their buddies too in Peoria. Peoria is about 45 minutes from here. So not too bad.
Gotcha. Yeah, sometimes there's some good hidden gems in there.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Tell me about it. And then this coming Friday, I'm gonna go watch a cover band of 80s metal, 80s rock metal. It's gonna be so fun.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
We've got a System of a Down cover band out here that rocks pretty good.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Is that cinnamon?
You know, I started getting into those guys a lot later than what I should have. That's for sure.
You know what? I started listening to their albums again recently, and I forgot how great it is.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, especially like I was listening to the Toxicity album. I was like, there's not a bad song on this album. The whole thing just rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, from beginning to end, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then they break up, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I see.
It was like when I first started getting into music, that was like every band. I'm like, oh, cool. They broke up a year and a half ago.
Yeah, dude. How about you, Ellie? What do you do about the music at your place?
I have Amazon Prime, so I usually just let Amazon grab a station and listen to whatever they play.
Nice. Is
And
there something that
it's a
you
little
gravitate towards?
It's a little bit of everything.
Nice, dude. What about when you're tattooing? Is there things that you gravitate towards when you're tattooing more so than not, or painting or something like that?
You know, when I'm tattooing, I think I actually like stuff that's a little bit more upbeat, that I can find a rhythm to. And I just tattoo with that rhythm.
Uh-huh.
Like I find myself moving my hand speed, you know. It's like, I don't know, those back and forth motions are just in beat with the music, and it makes me happy.
Nice, dude. You found your focus, your zone.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. It depends on the mood. Like most of the time when I come in the morning time, I like to start pretty early too. And my buddy Steve here at the shop does too. So it's pretty awesome. But I usually keep it kind of mellow at first and then start picking it up a little bit later in the afternoon. But I've definitely found myself like tattooing to the rhythm of the music for sure. I never realized that I did it until my client was like, dude, it's almost like you're doing it by rhythm. I was like, oh shit, you're right.
I'm so glad it's not just me.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's all of us, homie.
Okay, Ricardo, take a look at what I've got going on now and let me know if I'm in the right direction.
Yeah, so, yeah, okay, so what I would do now is take your pen to the right. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you this drawing. It's so hard to explain it sometimes over video. Let me go on this guy. Okay, so let me just show you what you have so far. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, could you pin me real quick, Kyle?
Gotcha.
Okay.
So what you have so far, and so what you need to do, I think, what I would do at this point is I'd start bringing some of that tone from the back end of the eyeball back over. Let me see. Back from the eyeball up. I think follow the curvature, the silhouetted curvature that's back of the eyeball here.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And just bring it up a little bit.
So with that shadowed area.
Yes. And go over the highlight that you have, like another layer,
Okay.
and just kind of like cream over that highlighted area, because that'll actually help add some depth too. So you can see how it starts to add that spherical kind of shape to it already.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for letting me give you some input. I appreciate it.
If anything, this course has really taught me to value the constructive criticism. And it's really nice to be able to get criticism that is constructive and
Right.
not defeat.
Yeah, like somebody just beating you down and stuff like that, you know.
Right.
I think that's the crazy part, right? Because we're also attached to what we create, you know what I mean? And we find that sometimes we define our value by it, right? And so like if somebody gives you some harsh criticism, there's one way, there's a couple ways you can take it for sure. And it's also dependent upon like how it's administered, like given to you too. So I agree with you completely. Like this environment has been so friendly and conducive for growth. It's awesome. I'm gonna get some water.
Yeah, I know for me especially, it's definitely helped me kind of loosen up a bit and be more accepting to put my stuff out there.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, it just blows my mind. Like we get to hang out with a guy on Monday nights. Like, how cool is that?
Right.
Yeah. Man, I've decided to. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy like I'm gonna start looking into buying like a small house and stuff like that too. I've been trying to figure out if I'm gonna stay in Illinois, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna travel and stuff like that. But I think with the group of people that I'm involved again with, it's been awesome. Like it's already helped me decide my mind on like where I'm gonna stay here for a while. And I think I'm gonna get a small house. And I hear the dog barking in the background. Man, I miss dogs, dude. Like my apartment complex won't let me have dogs and stuff like that. And kind of a bummer. But I love, like, I'm almost ready to just buy a house right now today. Like leave this class and try to see what I can buy, just so I can have another dog. Like I miss dogs. They're awesome.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do without my rovers.
Yeah. Me too, man. They're so much fun. And then in the wintertime, it kind of sucks, you know what I mean? But it's all good.
So I had an endoscopy and he took a sample, like a biopsy of my intestines. And
I think we're gonna hang out for a little while longer and see where everybody's at. See if we got some more creativity, some more direction going with our drawings and stuff. And hey, Autumn just walked in. She's our apprentice. What's up, dude? I think she's gonna be tattooing today, practicing.
So how'd that piece you did with Guy go?
Oh man, awesome. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
I
to
saw
say
you
it.
post about that. I was like, holy shit.
Dude, it was a crazy experience, man. Like I was sitting there drawing with him and I was like, did I forget how to draw all of a sudden, dude? What the hell's going on? You know what I mean? No, he's such a laid back dude, man. You know what I mean? It's really cool. We listen to music. My buddy and I actually ended up showing a little bit later than what I wanted to, which is kind of a bummer, but the guy was really cool about it. So we showed up, went to the shop and ended up hanging out until like 12 or 1 drawing for the next day, you know. And what an experience that was, you know, just sat around and kind of like what we're doing now, just hanging out, talking, and then getting the design ready. Let me see if I can find some pictures real fast, because I think I know he posted a couple of images and time-lapse video. Here's a sketch that we both came up with. I don't know how well you can see it or not.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
so
wow.
awesome.
Yeah, so that's the image that we both came up with, and it was fun. Like both implementing our ideas, the overall aesthetic of it, just like the subject matter and stuff too. You know, and then like it's awesome too because I got my tattoo started by Guy, and so far it's a half sleeve and it's all black and gray. You know what I mean? And he doesn't get to do a whole lot of black and gray because people love his color work, and it's fun doing that. You know, because he kind of breaks out of that norm. So doing the black and gray stuff has been fun with him, dude. Let me see if I can find some other pictures here of the actual tattoo. Photos. Here we go. Where are they? Yeah, here we go. I don't know if you guys can see that or not.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the
that's
front
so
end of it.
incredible.
Yeah. And it was crazy too, like taking guys, organic stuff and like implementing what I would do with it too. I was nervous about that. Let's see, here's another. Let's see which video to show you. Yeah, here's more of the frontal view of it.
Wow. It has so much depth already.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
These are my.
So it's kind of like a rebirth thing, growing from old to new, shedding that old skin and stuff like that. The skull was really fun. It was crazy too, because like we were sitting there and Guy and I were he was getting set up for us and stuff, and he was pretty much like in a Monday night class, like, well, I think I would change this area here, add more darks and stuff. And that's pretty fun. And I was like, okay, let me see if I understand this correctly.
Right?
Mhm. Yeah, let's see some time ups. I think he put some time lapse stuff up on the internet too. And his studio is amazing. Like it's so incredible. It's so humbling to be there, and the place is immaculate. It's really nice, big open space. This is one of the pictures that he sent me the night before, after he set it all up for us. It was pretty cool. Putting the stencil on at that size too is incredible. Like my friend is a power lifter and he's got a pretty big leg, and it was such an experience even just doing that by itself. The stencil was hard to get on there. We ended up drawing a little bit of it on, wiping it off, and back on. But yeah, man, overall, but out of 0 to 10, it was like 180,000. You know what I mean?
It's awesome.
Seriously, dude, it was just incredible to be there and doing all that stuff with them. But it was cool because, like, we get tattooing, and if you guys have any large extensive work, or if you do any large extensive work, it's fun because you have these intervals with your clients sometimes. And I don't know if you guys can relate to this or not, but you are talking, everybody's communicating, and all of a sudden you both just get into the zone. You know what I mean? So to have all three of us go through those moments together too, that was also kind of a surreal experience. You know what I mean? And because one of them is in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
One of them's in a lot of pain, and the other two are, well, we're just focusing on like trying not to mess up his design. So it was pretty cool. So we found a groove, and I think we were all three of us in a groove where we were just kind of quiet for a good couple of hours, you know what I mean? And then we took a break, came back, and was right back at it, recharged and ready to go. I have to commend my friend though, for sure. Like that's not it's a very sensitive area, like where he got tattooed. And we did a lot of stuff that day. And I think we worked on him for about 6 hours or so total. So to be getting drilled on for 6 hours by two people at one time is pretty awesome.
Yeah, right. So
I don't know if I could do that.
I don't know if I could either, to be honest with you. I don't know if I could either.
Yeah, I know when I go in to get work on my arm sleeve, I'm like, all right, if I can hit 4, that's like mission accomplished at least.
Right?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, we had several different renderings. Here's another real quick rendering that I had for the drawing and stuff too. We went through a couple different phases of it. Very much a sketch.
Oh.
But we were like sending each other's drawings and stuff back and forth for a couple days. So that was pretty fun too. But it's cool to get out of your element and then have watch somebody else, how they set up, how they tattoo, the way they set up their ink caps and stuff like that too. You know what I mean? It's fun. Like every little detail is fun to just see how other people do it, how they approach it. It was also cool because when we got there that night, we took some actual photos of my buddy and the poses that we ended up using. And this is one of the funner ones that we did. Guy had set up a light source, so we use our own photo reference.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so he took like a piece of tracing paper and set it over the front of a knot light, and then had his hands in front of it to give like that illumination, you know? So it's like literally what we were looking at.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an awesome way to solve that problem.
Yeah, it threw me for a curve, you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh my God, we can use our own photo reference. I forgot, dude, oh my gosh. And it's like he just like we zipped through it, you know what I mean? Let's see.
Because he does a lot of that. He makes his own references.
Yeah, he makes his own models. Like he used to make his own models and stuff like that too. And it makes perfect sense, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things that can kind of go into like that illuminating effect, you know? And it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to problem solve sometimes. So I guess one of the best ways to do it is just to use a literal reference and start getting acclimated to like the source of it. Here's another one. This is a fun one too, for the kind of behind the scenes thing.
Oh, cool.
Yep. So that's my buddy Heath, and then this guy taking some photos. Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty fun.
Very cool.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. Another one. Really radical. Yeah, man, it was a blast, dude. Kyle, thanks for asking. Here's one more. Let me just show two more pictures real quick. The place is so mellow too, you know, the environment there, it's really cool. It's secluded, it's private. He's got this like this land that he looks at. It's a very relaxing kind of mode to get into
It looks
when you're there.
gorgeous.
Yeah, and here's another big screenshot of the space. It's just this big open room, and it's amazing.
Wow.
There's so much natural light in there, man. It's like you hardly even need any of the lights to tattoo with. It's crazy.
Yes, please.
I know, right? Tell me about it. Yeah. Yes, please. Exactly. Like I can see why you want to hang out in there all day, you know?
Right?
Yeah. But it was cool, man. And I got to watch, you know, up close and personal how the approach to some of these organic forms that he does. And like I was telling Kyle earlier, I struggle with that like kind of textural element, and it was fun to watch it done and that kind of implement it into my own style and stuff like that too. So and we talked a lot about contrast, which is something that I've also been working on, is contrast. So to have that Monday night experience in person was incredible.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
10 out of 10 recommend, huh?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. If you get the chance, do it. Go for it. And there's just such a chill dude too. You know, like I've looked up to him for a long time, even when I first started tattooing and got the book and everything like that, you know, and it's, oh man, dude, to be able to go from that point from when I first started and actually be sitting there with him doing that, it's just like, man, I can check it off the list. We can go today and I'll be all right with it.
Epic.
Yeah, for sure. But on that note, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I appreciate you guys jumping in. Allie, it's looking killer.
Oh, thanks.
Yep. I can't wait to see what you end up coming up with for the rest of it. What's up? Go ahead.
Did I understand that shadow a little bit better here?
Yes, you're getting there for sure. I would start adding a little bit more contrast to the overall form of the sphere, though. You know what I mean? Like what I would do is at this point is like maybe look up some dynamic lighting on the sphere, like as a photo reference, and put the photo reference in there for you, like you know, along with the eyeballs that you have over there on the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just screenshot a couple dynamic light sources on a sphere, and then put that up there, and then like look at that as you're shading it.
Okay.
But and then do it in a black and gray version, but just try to imagine those different tones of gray in the color that you're using. Does that make sense? So like strong, medium to light, you know?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So do that and see if it helps out at all. I hope it does.
Thanks so much, Ricardo. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Ali. Thanks for asking. But real quick, do you want to give us a shout out and let us know how to get a hold of you?
Sure. So you can find me on Instagram or Facebook at Living Water Art Studio. and we're in Central Alabama. Look forward to hearing from you. And I'm Allie.
Nice, Allie. Thanks. Kyle, you want to give us a shout out?
Yeah, my name's Kyle Bernstein. You can find me online, Skies of Fire Tattoo on Instagram, skiesoffiretattoo.com. Got a couple paintings for sale. So if you want some art, hit me up and we'll make something happen.
Killer, man. Again, guys, my name is Ricardo Sertivant. You can find me on Instagram at Ricardo Sertivant. And I'm going to be working at a tattoo shop now called Artcore Tattoo with a K because we're cool like that, you know? But yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in, listening. Allie, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it so much. I was happy to be able to help out with Jason Leeser's class today. And I'm so thankful to have met all of you guys, and I'm happy to be here. But on that note, we'll say goodbye.